weakest thoughts, money driven, major fraud, breathless body, diamond bones, wanna be it, wanna feel it.
Welcome everybody to the first annual race of the Miller Lite Indycar series here, as we're here in the capital of Iowa, Des Moines, here at this 9-turn downtown here, as we're having 30 Indycars take on this treacherous, narrow racetrack. It's gonna be bumpy, it's gonna be narrow, and there will be some conflict that'll come out after this race. And you can see just how bumpy and old the road is. He didn't bother paving it because that was just ruin the racing. So, and as we have Kyle Kirkwood on pole here today, behind him is Scott Dixon, and you can see me in that little booth there. So hopefully this will be a great race. This race was made in 3 days. So, and as like I said before, Kyle Kirkwood's on pole here, then Scott Dixon is second behind him, and then Ed Carpenter had a good qualifying run. He's starting 4th today, and as the Corvette will be our pace car here, and here's our starting grid. As row 1 is Kyle Kirkwood and Scott Dixon, row 2 is Pat O'Ware and Ed Carpenter, row 3 is Will Power and Alex Below, row 4 is Joseph Newgard and Santonio Fernucci, row 6 is Colton Herta and Kyle Larson. Row 7 is Ram Grayhall and Pietro Fittipaldi, and then Christian Lugard and Hilo Castro Neves, Felix Rosenquist, David Malukas, Marco Andretti, and then Danica Patrick making her first start in the IndyCar series, and then Romain Grosjean was starting last. And then as we're going to get to our track info here, as it's 9 turns, it's a street course, it's going to be bumpy, narrow, and wide, and it was obviously built in 2024, so there could be some stuff wrong with the track. And as we get to our race info here, it's gonna be 15 laps, 30 cars. It's gonna be very narrow and wide at some parts. It's gonna be sunny, and it's gonna be Labor Day weekend. So yeah. And then we also have a rivalry alert now. It's going to be Joseph Newgarden against Alexander Rossi, so watch out for that to happen during the race. But as we're coming to a green flag here, the pace car comes off, and as Kyle Kirkwood leads us into turn 1, here comes Scott Dixon to the inside of Kyle Kirkwood. He does not take a lead. Kyle Kirkwood still has it. Oh, Joseph Newgarden and Alexander Rossi already get onto it. And you get to see the snaking that happened already on the backstretch here. And it's Scott McLaughlin and Kyle Larson into the wall now. And that's Larson's in pit row here. Oh, Santonio Fernucci. Oh, big flag. Oh my god, massive wreck. That's going to bring out the red flag. Wow, that was a massive wreck. That reminds me of that F1 incident where those 2 tires just come off randomly into the wall. This is way more violent. That's going to bring out the red flag. And let's get a replay of what happened. You can see the 2 fronts just come off, and he just goes into the concrete wall. It's really hard, and goes through the barrier there. Wow, massive wreck. You don't see that happen every day. Yeah, that's just a massive wreck, and as they're going to be trying to repair all of that, you can see the 2 tires there, and he's being transported to the hospital right now, unsure of his condition. So massive wreck, and we go to commercial break.
Back up high to block. Blaney will win it at Las Vegas.
Yes.
To be Suarez and Kyle Busch here. They hit it in 1-2. Oh, Suarez gets loose. Up into the wall. Huge hit. He's upside down. Jones is upside down. Cindric upside down as well.
And out of 4, Kyle Busch will win and advance himself to the championship.
As they're finally towing that car off from the massive wreck there. Yeah, so it's a really massive wreck there. I don't know how that car is still in one piece. If I had a duplicate, I probably wouldn't, but it is done for. And they're bringing up the tractor to clean all that debris up and transport it away. But we're planning to go onto another commercial break here. But as they're starting to put up tire barriers and they're putting up a new wall, which is good. But as the red flag has been lifted and it's gonna be green flag or yellow flag, excuse me. As Kyle Kirkwood and Scott Dixon still make up the front row here, but we're planning to go into commercial break now. As we look at the wreck again, you can see, if you missed it already, Santonio Fernucci's 2 wheels come off and he has a really hard impact with the 3 concrete barriers here. As you check it one more time here, he has this massive wreck and still no word on his condition, so we'll find out after the race probably. But as we're coming to a green flag here, Kyle Kirkwood has led all 7 laps here. Scott Dixon on the outside almost takes the lead, but he falls back behind. And cover there, massive wreck, 3 people spin. That was a 45, 15, and 30. And Scott McLaughlin is in the pit road for some reason. And Dan Kilpatrick spins, not surprisingly. Jamie Johnson, big wreck. That's gonna bring out the caution. And it looks like that's Christian Rasmussen, Romain Grosjean, Augustin Caponino, Jimmy Johnson, and Linus Lundqvist involved in that wreck. 5 cars involved here. Leaders barely avoid that wreck. But as we're still under the caution flag here, Danica Patrick is starting to get towed off here. Not surprisingly that she wrecked. You can just see how, I don't know how she wrecked, honestly. And then she might have contact with Linus there. So, yep, as Linus is in pit road and the rest are going to be in the garage area. So, as we're coming to the green flag here, the pace car comes off. It's going to be a 4-lap shootout here as Kyle Kirkwood leads us off 3 wide for the lead. Final word comes to the outside. It comes to try to do a crossover. It does not work. Kyle Kirkwood still leads. Scott Dixon trying to come in for the lead here. It's Battle Award trying to get that drive and try to be in contention for the win here. As we're coming to the go here now. And as there's the curve starting to come up. Debris over the racetrack. Still getting, Scott Dixon and Battle Award gonna get involved. That's the white flag here. Kyle Kirkwood has led every 15 laps here. Coming out of the final turns for the final time. Kyle Kirkwood will win it here at Des Moines. And what a dominant performance here for the first annual Indycar race. And as that curve came up, But here's their final results here as Kyle Kirkwood and Kyveen Simpson take up row number 1. And Alexander Rossi with a top 6 there. Alex Palou would cover after wrecking a pre-race. Then Marco Andretti with an excellent finish. And Pato Ward with a horrible finish for him after he knew he had a top 3 car. And as Danica Patrick and Antonio Fernucci and all those guys had an unlucky day. And then we're going to check the point standings here as it's literally just the same as the final results here as Kyle Kirkwood will take the lead by 10 points though. In a championship, there will be no playoffs like NASCAR, so it doesn't matter if you win, it just matters how consistent you are. So, yep, but this was amazing race done in 3 days. As Antonio Fernucci still no word on his condition, there will be an announcement for next race. So.
Wanna feel it.